All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome in. We got some orders to ship out. I think we got 42 orders going out the door from eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, and Depop from this weekend. We just finished a little bit ago packing up whatnot orders. Yeah, I think we packed up a total. It's like 200 whatnot orders this weekend. Oh my god, 200 packages total. We sold like 400. I want to say it was like 400 and I want to say it was like 470 jackets this weekend on whatnot. So all of those are packed up. We appreciate you guys. As you guys can see, the racks behind me, I know it's blurred, but the racks behind me are completely empty. We appreciate everybody who came out this weekend. Gave away an Xbox, gave away a Nintendo Switch, which is always super fun to give away. Like big buyer appreciation. So we appreciate everybody who came out. You guys got some steals and deals. And this weekend, I think we're going to do one show this weekend. We're probably going to take off on Sunday because this weekend was tough getting all that done. We have to make sure also we get everything shipped by the morning, because if we start doing showings and everything like that, we can't have a bunch of packages just laying around in the house. So yeah, we're going to take it a little easier this weekend and probably the following weekend, and we'll be back to like real big business. But this weekend we'll do all new at Tag Ralph Lauren. So yeah, we appreciate you guys. So I'm assuming for that hairstyle. Who are you talking about? Who's for what hairstyle? Anyways, appreciate you guys coming on in. We're going to ship out all eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Depop orders. I'm going to be pretty quick because the mailman comes in like an hour and I have like 42 orders to pack. So I don't even know if we're going to be able to get through all of these orders. I might get through half of them and then just cut the live and finish because yeah, it's the mailman's gonna love us today, but I want to make sure we get everything out there for him, so that way he doesn't have to make a second trip back for us, because he will if he has to. But I want to try to make his day as easy as possible. So what's up, Obabs? Headed to the third thrift store of the day. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Nice. I wish I was out thrifting instead of shipping orders, but yeah, awesome. Hopefully get some good stuff at the thrift store. All right, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with some Mercari orders. I got 2 Mercari orders from this weekend, which is actually super surprising. So first up, Mercari order. We got this Lily Pulitzer quarter zip piece. We picked this up at the thrift store for $6.42, and this one Nifty sent out a 10% out offer, and this person accepted $22.50. How is Dad doing? Dad is doing okay. It's funny you asked that, actually, Melissa. I got a text message after all the craziness we had set up this weekend. On Thursday, I got a text message that he went back to the hospital, and I guess he had a blood clot in his lung, is what they're telling me, I think is what he said. So he had some chest pains. He went back to the hospital, and he ended up having to be put on some medicine so that way the blood clot would go away. On top of that, just to keep you guys in the loop, I'm not going to go into too much detail, but he also has the cancer is coming back, and he's going to have to get put on like a hormone therapy, he said. So the next year is going to be kind of a struggle for him, but he's tough. He's a tough cookie. So by the end of this year, supposedly the cancer should be gone, is what they're saying. It hasn't spread anywhere else, but we're just hoping and praying for the best. But the hormone therapy is supposed to really mess him up. Basically, they got to put a bunch of estrogen in his body to get rid of the cancer, is basically what they're saying. So he's gonna have different things happening to his body. He's a very manly man, and the fact that he's gonna have estrogen in his body is just gonna make him kind of weird. So we'll see how it goes over the next year. Should be a wild ride, but he's a tough cookie. So yeah, he should be all right. Appreciate Joe. I appreciate all the prayers and all that good stuff. Yeah, he's a tough cookie. He'll be all right. Throw that right there, and let's grab the next order. Next order is going to be a Callaway golf polo, brand new tag Callaway golf polo. We picked this up for $13 at TJ Maxx and Marshall's last yellow tag clearance event. This one sold for $40 over on Mercari. If you didn't know, Callaway actually sells well. As long as you pick it up brand new with tag condition, it will move for good money. It'll move quick. Appreciate you asking, Melissa. You didn't know all that. Nobody knew all that. I was going to mention on the Whatnot show, but I didn't want to get into that. Yesterday was my mom's birthday too, on top of all this. So I didn't really want to blank my mind out of everything and just focus on sales, get my mind off that stuff, and it helped out. So 2 big shows definitely helped out with all of that. So I appreciate everybody who came out for those. Next up, Depop order. Let me find these. Tommy Bahama 3913. Let me find it really quick. Should be in this pile right here, I believe. 3913. Here it is right here. Tommy Bahama men's Hawaiian shirt. Nice print to this one. Older label too. Picked this one up for $8 and it sold for $25. Appreciate you, Debbie. Appreciate you. Yeah, it'll be a year. He'll be a little weird, is what he said, for a year, but he'll be all right. All right, that one's just gonna slide in to the gyro pack. Everybody always asks me about the clear bags and the gyro packs. Clear bags you get off of my link tree. You go to the products we use on a daily basis, and that's where you find the clear bags. These poly bags, I have a discount code to gyro pack. If you use my discount code, you get 10% off your first purchase too. So use both of those. Get some discounts. Next up, Brooks Brothers red linen shirt. This is another. We had a lot of Depop orders this weekend. 7 total Depop orders, which is pretty crazy. Brooks Brothers Irish linen shirt. Picked this up in a bulk buy for $6, and this one sold for $20. 100% linen. No logo on this one, but the reason it sold for $20 is because it's 100% linen. Helps them sell. By the way, if you guys are hanging out, make sure you hit the like button wherever you're watching. I'd appreciate it. It takes you a couple seconds. It just lets the platform know that you're watching on, that you like the live, and it'll push it out to other people. And of course, if you guys are hanging out too, feel free to ask questions. Like I said, I'm going to try to get through all of these orders on live, but most likely once I get about halfway done with the eBay orders, I'm probably going to have to cut the live because I got to get all this shipped out before the mailman gets here. Shipping this morning took a while on for Whatnot orders. Next up, Fat Face. I'm probably going to stop picking up this brand because these aren't selling as well as they used to. The brand is Fat Face. You used to sell for like $35. All I got was $18 for this one. I picked this up in a bulk buy for $8. Sold on Depop, so I doubled my money on that. But again, Fat Face is just not selling like it used to, so I am probably going to pass on most Fat Face pieces. They make pants, they make quarter zips like this. They make good clothing, but they just don't have a really strong following. So it was a great show. Both of the shows were a lot of fun to run, and the not so fun part is doing the shipping afterwards. That is craziness. We were in here moving and grooving for like the last couple hours. We woke up this morning. We had 117 orders to ship on Whatnot. Luckily, we got ahead of ourselves and shipped out the orders from Saturday's show, so all those were done. But 117 orders is nothing to joke around with. It's a lot of work. 5745. Let me find this one real quick. 5745. I think it's this one right here. Black tan tropical. Yes. This one sold for $20.90. This is just a Tommy Bahama silk Hawaiian shirt. $21.90 is what it sold for, and I paid $8 for it locally in a bulk buy. 5745. Castle Mom ordered some things last night. Personal and resale. Let's go. Yeah, I noticed you were saying Castle Mom, Castle Mom. I was like, why is she saying Castle Mom? And then right after you said it, then the next person to win the next item was Castle Mom. And I was like, oh, she must be telling her to buy some stuff. Depop, yeah, Depop 7 orders this weekend. I accepted way more than 7 offers though, but for some reason my Depop just took off over this last week, so I'll take it. Depop orders coming through. Throw that back there. That whole box back there, I don't know if you guys can see it on camera, but that whole box back there is filled with packages. We ran out of bins, so the mailman's just gonna have that big box to pull over to his truck. Next up, Viore shorts. Everybody loves Viore. Definitely pick these up. I actually had these personal. These were my personal shorts. I don't know what I paid for them, but I decided to sell them. The black color, I didn't really like too much the speckled color, so I sold these for $25. Wore them for a little bit, sold them for $25. Viore, yeah, I noticed it. Because I saw you say it a couple times. I was like, Castle Mom, Castle Mom. And I was like, oh, she's telling her to buy some stuff. I like that. I figured it was somebody you knew, like your daughter or something. All right, that one is shipped. Next up, we got some Tommy Bahama shorts. It looks like Kayla missed a couple. Hold on. Yeah, she definitely missed a couple. Let me find these last 2 in my email. Should have another Tommy Bahama shirt. Actually, 2 more Tommy Bahama shirts. Give me 1 second, chat. Go look up Depop. And let me see. You made a sale. You've made a sale. There's another one right there. All right, so this one sold for $16. There was a flaw on this one. It had a stain on the front, so I decided to take a lower offer. Sold for $16 over on Depop. I got this in a bulk buy, so I probably paid right around $8 for it. So that one, let me print this label out. one's printing, and then I gotta find the last one. Those racks, they look empty, I know. They were just full just about 3-4 hours ago. And now they are completely empty. Empty and ready to be re-racked. Although this week's show, we're probably only gonna need 2 racks in here. We won't need 4 in this room. I can't wait until we move into the bigger house and we have so much more space, because doing big shows are always fun, but in this little tiny room, it is super duper hard to be able to run those bigger shows. So once we move, it'll be a lot better. I have one more sale. Is it this one? There it is. Tommy Bahama shirt. This is just a solid black. It's a men's size large. No special thing about this one. Doesn't have a big print or anything like that. Just a nice solid black. 100% silk Tommy. This one sold for $25 over on Depop. This one actually sold this morning, so that's why she didn't print it out. She had already printed all the labels, and then this one sold right afterwards. That's the last Depop order, and then we got some Poshmark orders. Again, if you guys are hanging out, if you have any questions at all, feel free to drop them in the chat. This is a good time to ask your reselling questions while we are shipping out orders. Lots of great sales this weekend. Lots of good offers taken too. A lot of these sales were generated from Nifty sending out those 10% out offers, which helps because obviously this weekend we were setting up shows and everything like that. I didn't have enough time to focus on offers and all that stuff, and Nifty took care of all that for me. My daughter, Kara, who's 4 kiddos, started reselling a few months ago, so I do research for her and help her learn the business. You guys are super helpful. Awesome. That's awesome. That's cool. I taught everybody in my family too how to resell. What's up, Bobby? That's awesome. I like that. Next up, I think this one is going to be up here on the list. Yes, Tommy Bahama men's shorts. This is what they look like. Another TJ Maxx and Marshalls pickup. We picked these up for $15, and these ended up selling for $40 over on Poshmark. We're just going to slide these right in and ship them out. These are going to go, all these Poshmark orders are going to go in tie-back envelopes. The reason is Poshmark gives you a priority mail label, so you get them, use the free supplies. With Whatnot orders and with Poshmark orders, you guys will notice that we use a lot of priority mail packaging, and that's because you can use them for free. So you might as well use the free stuff. Next up, this is a TJ Maxx pickup too. These are William Murray shorts. We picked these up. I don't have the price we paid in Nifty on these, but I think I only paid like 20 bucks for these. They sold for $36 over on Poshmark. I picked these up probably about 6 months ago. They've been sitting for a while, but I knew eventually they would sell. William Murray is a great golf brand, has a strong following. I expected those to sell a little quicker, but they were a men's 32, which is a little bit on the smaller side. So that might be another reason why they sat for a little bit. All right, that one shipped. Next up, we got some AG Everett jeans. I only picked these up for $6 locally in a bulk buy, and these sold for $22. Sold for $22. A Ovabs. I think you meant to say K-Way. Who's Kaylee? Ovabs? Who's Kaylee? Why do you got Kaylee on your mind, Ovabs? Oh, I appreciate it, Ovabs. Got you. A little autocorrect right there. Where do you get the plastic bags that you use? I mentioned that earlier, Ellen. If you go to my link tree, which is in the description of this live, or you can go to my pinned post on Facebook, and you go to the products we use on a daily basis section, you can find the exact clear bags we use. We get them off Amazon. It won't cost you any more to buy through that link. It's just a direct Amazon link to purchase. Next up, we got a Harley Davidson. These are the clear bags. They got a suffocation warning on the back right down here, and then they're really nice, and they secure very, very well. Harley Davidson shirt, paid $7.46 for this, and this sold for 20 bucks over on Poshmark. Nice little bread and butter sale. This has been listed for maybe about a month, and then it's sold. So I always pick up Harley whenever I can find it cheap enough. And this is it's like a vest shirt. It doesn't have any sleeves. And again, that'll go right into tie-back envelope. Shipped out. Next up, we got a Woolrich. This, I don't really like picking up this brand, but I got this in a bulk buy. Kind of get stuck with stuff like this that I don't really like picking up. But I only paid $4 for it, and it sold for $18 over on Poshmark. These, I'm actually surprised it sold, because this time of year, usually Woolrich and flannels and stuff like that, usually they don't sell that well. But I priced this one aggressively to sell. I priced it at 20. Nifty sent out a 10% on offer, and the person accepted that $18 offer. Oops. This one is a little sticky. Little sticky. There we go. All right, into a Tyvek envelope. Throw it to the bin. That one shipped. Only got a couple more Poshmark orders, and then we just got eBay orders, and we're done. Gonna try to go quick today because I'm a little late. Brooks Brothers shirt, just a plain Brooks Brothers shirt again. I don't really pick these up too much, but this was in a bulk buy. I only paid $5 for this, and it sold for $25. Maybe I did pay a little bit more. Does it have a logo? I guess it does have a logo. Never mind. I paid $8 for this, and it sold for $25. I pay $8 for the ones with logos. I pay $5 for the ones without logos. So there we go. Nice little plaid Brooks Brothers piece going into the envelope. And whoops. Yeah, I'll have to tape that one again. There we go. Shipped. Next up, we got a Disney Mickey Mouse Christmas sweater. Another one that I didn't expect to sell until later on this year, but it ended up selling pretty quick. You got a Spirit jersey. It's got Minnie and Mickey on the front. Picked this up for $13.38. We did some research afterwards and figured out this wasn't one of the better Disney Spirit jerseys, so this only sold for $25. More of a mistake pickup, but it's okay. We made a little bit of money. It sold rather quickly. We just listed this about 2 weeks ago. But yeah, if we would have waited till Christmas time, we probably could have listed this a little higher and got more, but we just decided to get this in and out. In and out the door. All right, that one's shipped, and we got one more Poshmark order. It's another TJ Maxx and Marshalls pickup. This is an Athleta 3X sports bra. We picked this up for only $8 at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. Last yellow tag clearance event during the summer. So this has been sitting for about 6 to 8 months, but it ended up selling for $25. So 8 into 25 doesn't really take up that much space, and we listed a bunch of these at the same time. This is the last one to sell. Any advice on how to be quicker? Comping when you're out and about, that takes time. If you're a new reseller, it's going to take you time to be able to look stuff up. Me, now it only takes me about 30 seconds to look an item up, but what I would say is use lots of keywords when you're looking it up. For example, if I was looking up this Athleta sports bra, I would use what was in my title, so Athleta women's marble sports bra, and then I would filter for new tags, so that way I'd be able to see what the new tag ones are coming out with. But make sure you use lots of keywords. Don't just put in Ralph Lauren. And when you're looking up a Ralph Lauren, if you're looking up a Ralph Lauren, let's say puffer jacket, so you put in Ralph Lauren men's black puffer jacket, and then you'd scroll through and look. The more keywords you can use, the better and more refined your search will be. All right, eBay orders. We're actually going pretty quick today, chat. I like this. eBay orders. Let's go ahead and start shipping. We'll start with a pair of Gymshark brand new with tag leggings. These were in a recent video. Kayla picked these up. Paid $8.54 at a Goodwill for these, and these ended up selling for $24.99 plus ship. That's a full price sale. Obviously, this time of year, Gymshark is selling like hotcakes because everybody's out working out, getting ready for their summertime body. And so things like Gymshark and Lululemon, those brands are selling a little bit better than they were just a few months ago. Let me get my handy dandy scale for this stuff. Throw this on the scale. And this is going to weigh 8 ounces. So let me grab that really quick. And this one, buyer paid $7.15. I'm only paying $4.62 for the label. We got some really good eBay sales. Lots of bread butter this weekend, but lots of really good eBay orders. Higher dollar ones for sure. See, I think I see the next one right there. Boom. Next one, Ralph Lauren shirt. You guys know I sell a ton of Ralph Lauren. This is a men's size large, good blue plaid. Anytime I find this blue plaid or one similar to this, I always price it a little bit higher. And this one ended up selling for $24.99 plus ship. Full price sale. No offers, nothing like that. Just sold full price. By the way, today, in about 2 hours, I have a meeting with eBay, so I'll let you guys know how that goes tomorrow when I ship out orders live tomorrow. But yeah, a little meeting with eBay today. So they'll give me some insights on my store and give me some advice, and I'll just pass that on to you guys as well. Buyer paid $7.15 for the label. I'm only paying $5.49. Just waiting for the label to spit out. There it is. Next up, we got a Brooks Brothers men's large orange shirt. It has the Brooks Brothers logo on the front. We picked this up for $5.34 at the thrift store, and this one sold really quickly for $20.70. Huge priority shipping option without a box size. Can you use any size box on eBay? You can, yes. You just have to make sure you put in the proper dimensions. You can even use envelopes like this. If you wanted to on priority, you can use envelopes. You can use whatever you want, but when it comes to ground advantage labels, you cannot use a priority box. So just keep that in mind. But yes, if you're shipping priority, you can use any box at all. Whatever box you want. Just make sure you put in the proper weight and dimensions. What are we doing? We're shipping. What are you doing, Trisha? Are you organizing CDs? Are you getting all your CDs on the shelves? Getting them all nice and organized? Alright, let me see which the next one I'm going to grab. I see these rock revivals. I'll do these next. Whoops. Women's Rock Revival jeans. Here they are right here. We paid $6.96 for these. They're a women's size 28. We try not to pick these up in smaller sizes. Bigger sizes tend to do a little bit better. And these sold really quickly. We literally just put these away in inventory for $31.50. So pick these up at a thrift for $6.96. Sold them for $31.50. We don't find Rock Revival too often, but whenever we find it nowadays, it seems to be not as high priced as it used to be. Before at thrift stores, they used to price these at like 20, 30 bucks, and now they're priced down to like 7, 8, somewhere around there is usually what we find these at. This is going to ship out for 2 pounds. Buyer paid $12.30. I'm only paying $7.36. Oh, Cinco de Mayo? Nice. I forgot it was Cinco de Mayo until Ladybug grabbed her wine chew toy, and then Mom was like, oh, she's getting ready for Cinco de Mayo. I was like, oh yeah, it is Cinco de Mayo today. I completely forgot. Boom, swish. Next up, we got a Johnny O sweater. This is what it looks like. I'm going to try to find it in my orders. Here it is right here. Pick this up locally in a bulk buy. Only paid $8 for this, and this one sold for $29.99 plus shipping. Johnny O sweaters, Johnny O pants sell the best. Their polos do okay, but the sweaters and jackets, those usually do the best. Enchiladas and marks at my house tonight. Let's go. That sounds good. I got lunch out there. I haven't eaten anything today. It's almost 2 o'clock here, and I literally have not eaten one thing. So Kayla went and picked up some Chinese food, and that's what I'll be grubbing on after I finish shipping all this stuff out. But I got to get it done before the mailman gets here. That is the key, getting all this shipped out. Mailman said he'd be here around 2:30, so I still got 45 minutes. And it's going to take him like 45 minutes to load the truck today. Mom sounds fun. Can you send her on vacation, Jax? She is fun. She is fun. Found a pre-owned Masters Peter Millar 1/4 zip. Ouch, 25 bucks. That's still a pickup. OVAPs, pick that up. Masters Peter Millar, as long as it's in good condition, you're looking at, especially a quarter zip, you're looking at anywhere between $80 to $100 depending on the size. So pick it up. Don't pass that. Just because it's priced up a little bit, still pick it up. Fairty men's polo shirt. Pick this up for $7.46. This sold for full asking price of $22.99 plus ship. I'm actually jelly you found that. That's a really, really good pickup. Johnny O better. Johnny was is better than Johnny O for sure. Johnny was usually resale value is usually not lower than 50 on most pieces. Johnny O pieces, they're usually under that, way under that. That one's gonna ship for 9 ounces. Buyer paid $7.15. I'm paying $5.49. We're moving right now. We're grooving. We're shipping fast. So I'm used to shipping earlier. Say we're moving so fast, and right now I'm still moving fast. In the zone. Swish. Next up, we got a North Face. This is a North Face. It's like a sweater, but it doesn't have any sleeves, and it's not like a vest either. It's like a longer. It's like a mid sleeve, like comes down to about right there. But it's got a hood in the back. It's kind of a weird looking piece. But we paid $6.96 for this. Sold for full asking price of $22.99 plus ship. Just called eBay a few times. Just got off the phone with them. Due to charging me 25 cents to list an auction item when I have a store that gives me $999 for free. Yeah, talk to them about that. That's an error on their part. They'll give you a credit most likely. Just found that Peter Millar's Masters Quarter Zip for 25. Yeah, pick that up. OVAPs, pick it up. Pick it up. Closest red, white, and blue. Took a 2-hour drive. Mind blowing. Changed my life forever. Blows my local thrift away. I'm telling you guys. For-profit thrift stores, so much better. They are more expensive, but they are so much better than places like Goodwill. So it might be worth it to make that drive once a week Go on their sale day. I don't think Monday is their sale day. Most red, white, and blues, their sale day, the best day to go is Wednesday, from what I've seen. But make that drive on a Wednesday, and then you can probably get enough stuff to list for the whole week. They did, yeah. That's kind of weird that they would do that. I don't do any auctions, so I'd probably never have that issue, but yeah. Still a pickup. Let's go. Yep, still a pickup. Grab that. Grab it up. Next up, if you didn't know, Boy Scouts of America pieces do sell. They take a little bit to move. You just got to wait for the right buyer, but they do sell. Paid $9.60. These are men's size extra large convertible pants. A $9.60, and they sold for $22.50. Paid a little bit up for these, but that's okay. Still sold. And these are just going to go right into a poly bag and ship out. It's going to ship for 2 pounds. I wonder if I put a 2-pound rate in on these. Probably didn't. Yeah, I did a 15-ounce rate. So this one I'm going to get charged a little bit on shipping. I still should make a little bit of money. Yeah, $8.50 is what I'm getting charged. Buyer paid $9.10. So either way, I'm still making 60 cents. I would have put the proper weight in there. Maybe the buyer wouldn't have bought them. Maybe that's better. This is a little pricey. Next up, looks like another Brooks Brothers shirt. Men's Brooks Brothers shirt. Picked this up for $8 locally in a bulk buy. This one sold really quickly for $22.99 plus ship. It does have the hit on the front. That's not Kayla, mom. Or that's not Kayla, Debbie. That's mom. She's over there doing some listings. Boop, boop, boop. Kayla's out there munching on some Chinese food. That's what she's doing. Her and mom were killing it. They were folding super fast, and then I was trying to keep up with the labels. This one's going to go out for 14 ounces. Buyer paid $7.10. I'm paying $6.25. How many more we got? We got 16 more orders. Actually 15, because we're not going to ship the one that sold today. So 15 more orders to go. Next up, we got Vineyard Vines men's long sleeve shirt. Nice plaid. These are selling really well this time of year. Pick this up for $8 locally in a bulk buy. This one also sold for $22.99 plus ship. Easy peasy. Throw this in the bag and ship her out. No worries, Debbie. Gonna ship for 10 ounces. Buyer paid $7. I'm only paying $5.21. Says eBay's experiencing issues with shipping. Hopefully it doesn't cause any issues because I got to get these shipped out. Next up, good brand to look for. The brand is Buttercloth. Let me know in the chat if you guys know this brand. The brand is Buttercloth. That is the label you're looking for. It just says Buttercloth. This one was brand new with tags. I picked this up locally in a bulk buy for $15. This one sold almost instantly for $49.99 plus ship. So Buttercloth is good. Even in pre-owned condition, you can usually get right around $35 for these. This one obviously brand new with tags. Definitely helped. Had to pay up a little bit for it at $15, but again, it sold super fast for $50. So I will take that all day. That's going to ship out for 13 ounces. 13 ounces. Buyer paid $7.15. I'm paying $6.40. That one shipped. Let's do these next. I got a couple of these going out the door. If you guys remember last week, I mentioned that I got a wholesale deal with Poncho shirts. Poncho is a really good brand to look out for. And I sold 3 of them over the weekend. So I just listed these on Saturday. I've already sold 3 of them. I did pay up for these. I paid $35.95 each. That includes the cost plus shipping. This one sold for full asking price of $79.99 plus ship. So yes, I did pay up for these, but Poncho, if you don't know, always sells super duper fast. So that's why I ended up paying up for these. I didn't mind because I knew how fast he would sell. And this one sold for $79.99 plus ship. If I can get it to fit in the bag. It's like a perfect fit for this poly bag. Slide it in. Somebody on Instagram reached out to me and said they had a bunch of these available that they were going in on, and they were like, hey, if you want to buy some, I don't have enough room to take all these in, so I don't mind splitting the deal with you. And I was like, sure, I'll take some Poncho shirts any day of the week. $5.31. That one's going out. They actually messaged me and said they have more, but I told them I'll pass for right now. I'll probably grab some more later on this week, depending on how many of these sell. because I probably should sell all 75. I got 75 of these, so all 75 of these should probably sell within the month, because that's how well Poncho sells. That one shipped. Next up, 2 more. These are all the same size, by the way. I sold out of large slim fits very, very fast. So these 2 right here, both large slim fits, they both sold together. This person made an offer for both of these of $120 for both, so I decided to take that offer because they were buying multiples. So I was like, yep, you're buying multiples, I'll take a little bit lower, just get some of these to move. And these 2 actually sold within about 30 minutes of me finishing the listings. So that's how fast these Poncho shirts sell. So again, I did pay up for these. I know a lot of people wouldn't pay $35 per piece for stuff to resell, but with this brand, they sell so fast, it's just a no-brainer. I probably would even have paid a little bit more for these, knowing how fast these sell. I sell these in pre-owned condition for like 40 to 50, so the fact that I'm getting them for 35 plus shipping, it's just no-brainer. Maybe I should I'm gonna throw this into I'm gonna pay a little bit extra, but I'm gonna throw this into a priority mail envelope because this is gonna be a super tight fit on that poly bag, and I'd rather be a little bit more protected. Much better. Alright, that one is shipped. That one's gonna weigh 1 pound, 6 ounces. I'll put that in. When you think about how full those racks are, it's kind of crazy to see them empty. I know. They were jam-packed yesterday. They were jam-packed. Now they're full again, or they're empty again. All right, that one's going to ship $12.58. Buyer paid $16.65 for both of those, so that's completely fine. I'm going to make a little bit on shipping, and then they're going to get a little faster service, and it's going to be a little bit more protected too than it would have been if I would have tried to shove those in a Ground Advantage bag. Next up, we got a men's Untuck It shirt. Been selling Untuck It like crazy. If you guys watched all my lives last week, pretty much every single live, almost every single day last week, I sold an Untuck It shirt. So here's another one right here, men's Untuck It shirt. Paid $7.46 at a Goodwill for this one, and it sold for $22.99 plus ship. Men's Untuck It. Nothing crazy, bread and butter. Pick these up between $5 to $8. You list them like Ralph Lauren shirts for $22.99 plus ship, and they will generally sell pretty quickly. If you get bigger sizes that are the performance ones, the ones made out of nylon, you can usually ask a little bit more for them. But this was just a basic cotton one, men's extra large. So that one, $22.99 plus ship. 10 orders left. Next up, good brand to look out for. You sold Nantucket last night. See, everybody's selling them. Next up, we got a Turnbull and Acer shirt. Great brand to look out for. This is one of their newer labels too, which commands a little bit of a higher value. Picked this up for $12 locally in a bulk buy, and this one sold for $40. Turnbull and Acer is the brand. They make ties, they make blazers, they make dress shirts, they make pants. Look out for everything. Everything Turnbull and Acer sells well. The dress shirts are probably the ones that command the least value, which isn't really that bad because, I mean, we sold it for $40. But if you find like a blazer, you find like a tie, find a pair of pants, those are a little bit more rare to find, and they'll command a little bit higher of a price. So you can usually get, you know, 60, 70 bucks for something like that. A blazer, sometimes you can go over 100. Buyer paid $7.15. I'm paying $5.49 for that label. That one shipped. Next up, we got looks like a Ralph Lauren shirt coming up next. Ralph Lauren, just regular striped shirt. These are just basic bread and butter pieces. I only paid $2.63 for this locally at a thrift store, and this one sold for $20.70. Good little flip right there. Found 2 new Attack Poncho shirts for $12. Sold them fast for $75. Yep, Poncho's great. I've been listing mine for $79.99 plus ship, and of course I'll be open to offers on those. But Poncho, love the brand. That one's gonna ship for 10 ounces. Buyer paid $6.95. I'm paying $5.14. Next up, it looks like I got a Brooks Brothers shirt coming up next. Men's Brooks Brothers shirt. Yep. Next Brooks Brothers shirt. It's more of a basic Brooks Brothers. I only picked it up for $4 locally in a bulk buy. No logo on this one, and it's still sold for full price, $19.99 plus ship. Making me think twice about picking up really cheap Brooks Brothers shirts. I always find them at the thrift store, and I only pick up the ones with the chest logos But if I can find these for like $2 to $4 at a thrift store, I'll probably start picking them up and just listing them for $19.99 plus ship, because they're super easy to list. And this one sold, literally was just listed like 4 days ago, and it already sold for $19.99. So just a bread and butter piece to add to your inventory. It's not going to make you rich, but it will make you rich if you sell a bunch of these. That one's going out the door. I paid $5.49. Buyer paid $7.15. Next up, we got a. Let's see what's coming up next. Next up, we got a men's Robert Graham shirt. Just a nice stripe on this one. You can see it's got a nice flip cuff too. Picked this up for $8 locally in a bulk buy, and this one sold for $29.99 plus ship. That's a full price sale. Depending on the pattern is how I list these. This one was more, it was a pretty decent pattern, but it wasn't like anything crazy special. So that's why I listed it for $29.99. If that had like a crazy loud pattern, like super bright, I would have probably listed it for a little bit more, but that's more of a basic pattern on that one. What's up, Dora? Welcome in. We're almost done. We shipped out, I think 42 orders on this live is what we're gonna ship out. We're almost done. And then I get to relax for like an hour. I'm probably gonna chill because I gotta get ready for the eBay meeting. And I've been working since I first woke up, so. Ooh, on the Switch. Yeah, Carolyn, you got that. You got that Switch. It's shipped. It's outside waiting for the mailman to pick it up. Shout out to you for winning that Switch. You're gonna like it. Are you gonna use it? Are you gonna sell it? Are you gonna give it to somebody? What is your plan with the Switch? Next up, we got a brand new with tag Orvis shirt, another brand I don't pick up too often, even new with tags. I only paid $5 for this locally in a bulk buy, and it sold for $19.99 plus shipping. $19.99 plus ship. Sold really fast, but again, it's not like a crazy pickup. Even brand new with tags, it only sold for $20. When I saw it in the bulk buy and he showed it to me, I was like, I'll pick that up, but I ain't gonna pay much for it because Orvis is in Costco and places like that, so I can't really offer much. What's the eBay meeting about? They reached out to a handful of sellers to do like reviews on their stores and like help them increase sales. So they reached out to me and said, hey, do you want to be a part of this? And I was like, yeah, I guess so, because it'll be cool for me to be able to pass the information on to you guys. So yeah, that's what it's about. So I guess this week is going to be about returns and about how to mitigate them and stuff like that. It's a lot of information I already know, but if I learn anything new, I can pass it on to you guys. Next up, I see a bunch of comments. I'll get to you guys in just a second. This is a Johnny O men's linen shirt. Pick this up for $25.68. It's brand new with tags. This one sold for $49.99 plus shipping. I got this from TJ Maxx. It's Half Off Senior Day tomorrow at my local thrift, so you know where I'll be. I try to source my area, take large suitcase, fly down to Denver. Nice, let's go. That's awesome. I like the traveling portion of that. Plus, you could write that whole trip off. If you do it correctly, you can write that whole trip off as a business expense, even though you're going to visit your daughter. If you go to enough thrift stores, you can say it was a business expense and you just visited your daughter while you were there. That's the way to do it. Need to check with my cousin. Son already has it. Nice. Hey, sell it to them. Make a little money. Make a little money. Even if you sell it to them for half price, I mean, you make $150, and you give them a good deal, and then you make a little bit of money. Would you buy Ralph Lauren shirts with no size tag or Ralph Lauren tag inside? No, I usually pass on those. Most brands without size tags, unless it's like Lululemon, I usually pass on. I don't take the chance with them, because after you do the measurements and everything, even if you do the proper measurements, there's a good chance for a return. Next up, this is a Bugatti shirt. This is the last one I had. I had these listed for, I want to say these were listed for $59.99 at one point. I dropped the price because this singular one had been sitting for a while. I've already sold all the other ones. This one sold for $45.99, so just moving that one out. Thank you for the J. Peterman tip. I picked up a local vintage flannel for $1. J. Peterman, nice. Vintage J. Peterman does really good. That one is shipped. Bugatti men's. This is a polo. Bugatti polos sell better than the men's dress shirts do. So if you ever find them out in the wild, I usually pass on the men's dress shirts nowadays unless they're new with tags. But the polos, especially the stretch fit polos, will usually sell a lot quicker and for more money. Last 3 items, and then I'm going to go take a break. Last 3 items. First one is a men's cool shirt. Nothing too crazy about this one. Just a short sleeve. It's the Tuffle X. It says it on the tag right up here. Tuffle X. This is a good one to look out for. Paid $10.70 for it and sold for $27. That's a nifty sale. Nifty sent out a 10% on offer, and this person accepted. So that one's going to slide right into the poly bag and ship out. Easy peasy, going for 9 ounces. Buyer paid $7.25, and I'm only paying $5.62. And 2 more orders. Next up, we got another Ralph Lauren shirt. It's just a basic striped Ralph Lauren piece. I picked it up for $7 locally in a bulk buy. $7, just a basic striped Ralph Lauren shirt. This one sold for $22.99 plus ship. Full price sale. Again, that's pretty much what I list all my Ralph Lauren shirts for, unless there's something special about them. If they're a good size or a good print, I'll list them a little bit higher, but most of my other Ralph Lauren pieces that are dress shirts will get listed for $22.99 plus ship. Sell them all the time. I think that's the 3rd or 4th one we packed up on today's live. And this one's going to go for 11 ounces. Buyer paid $7.35. I'm paying $5.80. And then we got one more order to pick up. I don't know what one more order to ship. I don't know what I paid for it. I actually bought it off ZK's live. She was doing a live with Daily Refinement, and I bought a piece of clothing off of them because I like both of them. I think they're great people. So they were doing like a little challenge live. And I probably paid way too much for this, but I just wanted to support both of them. So this right here it's called Current Mood. It's not like a really great brand to resell, but ZK sells a lot of these kind of brands that just look really good on camera, and people eat them up. So you don't have to sell crazy brands on Whatnot. You can sell stuff like this and get good money for it. This one sold only for $22.50. If I remember, I paid like $50 for this. I paid quite a bit, but again, I'm doing it just to support them, not really looking to make any money off this. And this is going to go into a priority mailbox. I don't have a bag big enough to fit this, so I'm just going to take this priority mailbox shoebox, stick this in here, and ship this out. Just like that. Easy peasy. And then we are done. Completely done. Been shipping for, I think I want to say the last 4 hours, 5 hours maybe. Been shipping orders, so I'm happy to be done with this. 15 by 8 by 6. And this one's going to go priority mail. I put this as ground advantage, so I'm probably going to lose a little money on shipping too, but that's okay. $16.20. I bought from ZK. I thought a medium was a small dress, but she does amazing. Yeah, she is amazing. She moves really, really, really fast. So you got to pay attention. Got to pay attention to her lives. Just like our last couple lives, we've been moving super fast. She's the same way. She doesn't go as fast as we did on the last show, but she does move pretty quick. All right, that's it. That's everything shipped out. I appreciate you guys hanging out. It was a lot of orders, but we packed them up really fast because I just want to take a little break from shipping and get something to eat. I might do a listing live later tonight. I do have to do some eBay listings. I have to catch up. So I'm going to try to do like 30 listings later today. And I got to catch up on some spreadsheet work too. So appreciate you guys hanging out. And I'll probably be live tomorrow morning as well. So if you can't